अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। अल्लाहुम्मा अन्फ़अनी बिमा अल्लमतनी वअल्लिमनी मा यनफ़अनी वज़िदनी इल्मा। अल्लाहुम्मा फ़क़्हिना फ़िद्दीन। Okay, dear students, as you all know that we have started chapter number 8. What is its name? Chemical reactions, simple chemical reactions, in which we have learned about the physical and chemical changes and chemical reactions as well. And further on we have studied about the law of conservation of mass. Now we will discuss about how many chemical reactions are there which are caused by heat. There are three types of chemical reactions which are caused by heat. The first one is the thermal decomposition. The next one is the combination reaction, as you can see here, and the third one is the combustion or burning reactions. Okay, now I'm talking about the thermal decomposition. As you can easily understand from its name that in this reaction heat is involved. Therm means heat, and by giving heat the substance it will decompose into simpler substances. For example, like sugar, example of sugar is here, and after decomposition, after giving heat, it will decompose into carbon and water, black color carbon and water vapors or water. Okay, the next is the combination reaction, in which two substances they are going to mix with each other. They are going to mix with each other and they are chemically react with each other, like iron and sulfur. When they are mixed together without giving them heat, then no chemical reaction will occur, but after giving heat they will form the another compound, that is the iron sulfide. Then now the last reaction which is given here, it is the combustion or burning reaction. The main thing which is involved in the combustion or burning reaction is the oxygen. And as you can see here, the magnesium, here is an example of magnesium. It will burn in the presence of oxygen, and then it will form another compound, another new product, that is the magnesium oxide, and it has a different composition, it has the different properties regarding or as compared to the reactant elements. Okay, now we are moving towards how many chemical reactions there happen in our daily life. You can easily think about that. There are lots of blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us, and this is one of the blessing which we have in our body. Like you can see here, this in this slide you can easily observe, you can easily think about it. Since we have about 200 trillion cells, now look at this line, 200 trillion cells, they are continuously working in our body. This is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and each one performs millions of chemical reactions. The total number of chemical reactions in the human body is about 400 billion per second, every second of your life. Now the point to be noticed is this, we have lots of chemical reactions which are continuously taking in our body, and we even don't understand, we even don't observe the presence of these cells and working of these cells. We can't imagine that how much blessed we are, how much blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us. That's 4 times the amount of stars in our galaxy, which is a mere 100 billions. Okay, this is the chemical reactions, this is the importance of chemical reactions which are taken in our body. Now the next thing is the signs of chemical reaction. How could we observe, how could we know that chemical reactions they are happening? There are certain properties which shows that chemical reaction is happening here. For example, change in color, change in order, formation of bubbles, the formation of precipitates. These are the properties which happen when a chemical reaction is taking place. And through these appearances, we can understand that the chemical reaction is happening. This is the same thing which I told you, that evidence of chemical changes, the color change, precipitate formation, gas production, change in properties. Now look at the next step is the next page. It's page number 166. As you can see in this slide, the precautionary measure is here that goggles should be worn when burning material is in oxygen. As you can understand, as you know that we have learned about the combustion reaction, previous combustion reaction. So this is the precaution of that combustion reaction, that we should wear the goggles when we are treating that burning material. Okay, the next is burning sulfur in oxygen produces the gas sulfur dioxide. As you can observe in this diagram, and by using the equation here, sulfur, it reacts with oxygen, and when it reacts with oxygen, the new product sulfur dioxide is formed. Now the next is combustion of fuel. Combustion of fuel, it is very much important for us. For example, the gas which is present in our stoves, we are using in our homes, the fuels that burn in engines, they all are very much useful for us. And many types of machines, they can even work by using these fuels also. So we can also say that combustion of fuel is really much important for us. The next thing is, fuels are the substances which release energy when they are burnt. Now underline the definition of the fuel, that fuels are the substances, they release energy when they are burnt. There are many examples. There are many examples which are given here: wood, charcoal, wax, alcohol, fossil fuels. There are some examples here. Now we are discussing about the fossil fuels. So the thing is, what is meant by the fossil fuels? Fossil fuels, they are the some examples are here. Some examples. First you have to learn. First you have to read the examples. Then I will explain that what are the fossils. Fossil fuels such as crude oil, coal, and natural gas come from fossils, which are the remains of organisms which lived millions of years ago. Fossil fuels are rich in compounds containing carbon, and thus burning fossil fuels results in the production of carbon dioxide. Means fossil fuels, they are the remains of organisms. They are formed by the remains of organisms which are alive, which were alive to the millions of years ago. So fossil fuels, how they are formed. For example, here is the thing through which we can easily understand how the fossil fuels forms. Millions of years ago, organism in an ancient ocean died. Their remains fell to the ocean floor. Now look at this one. Here are the examples of different animals, and this one is the dead organism. Okay, after millions years ago, the lot of soil or other things, they form the layer on that organism, and after millions of years ago, they transformed into another thing like the fuels, etc. Over time, layers of sediments, they built on the top of the remains of the dead organisms. This formed layers of the sedimentary rocks. Then heat and pressure, they form the weight of the layer, turned the remains into fossil fuels called oil. Now look at this one, how the remains of organism, they are transforming into fuels. Now the next thing is how the fossil fuels they form. This is the definition, and these are the examples over here. Okay, now we will start tomorrow. We will start from this slide. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.